I got all night.
All right, we're rolling.
2 more kings, bro.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah.
Well, hello everyone. Welcome to the Ragex podcast. I am your big cum leader, DougWildeTV.
We definitely have not been. We've definitely not gone an hour and a half in to streaming before actually recording. So this is our official intro. So welcome to the podcast. Glad to have you. I was originally going to stream for an hour, but I'm pushing 2 hours now, and with my friend from college joining, I imagine probably for a bit longer than that. But I was asking Doug this. We were talking about this, but what do you guys think of the whole COVID-19 situation? I think that's a good topic to start with. What are your thoughts on it?
We are living in a historical moment in time. Don't listen to the news. Most of it's bullshit. Listen to health organizations that were professionals.
That is true.
Cortez, I would have kissed you on the lips if you said we live in a society. Like when I
basically.
Oh my god.
I do want to reiterate.
Don't
I do want to reiterate what I said earlier.
We are in a society who tries to control us with these 5G rays.
Oh my 5G, dude.
Can't believe people believe that.
Yeah.
That is...
Guys, don't listen to the health organization. Listen to me. No. I know what I'm talking about. I have no medical experience, but trust me on this, guys. I am onto something big, guys. 5G rays, bro. Don't fucking trust them, man. Not enough research done, by the way. Don't trust those researchers, man. They're all part of the Illuminati, bro. Fucking lizard people, man.
Speaking of lizard people,
Pizzagate.
They're all part of Pizzagate. Yes, exactly.
The Pizzagate scandal.
Why is it called Pizzagate, if I may ask?
No one out pizzas the hut.
Well, yeah, if you want to go by
is not a racist, guys. He is a
it must be like this must be Papa John's reckoning. When did Pizzagate become a thing? Let's see.
That was 2016, if I recall. That was during the election.
When
it was actually very popular with the Clintons.
Papa John.
Which
Epstein didn't kill himself, guys. Epstein did not kill himself. He probably strangled him herself.
I mean, I might get hate for this, and our podcast might go down the drain. But
like hashtag cancel.
But some of that stuff, when you put it all together, it does kind of make sense.
Mm-hmm.
I actually haven't read up on any of
videos on it. Eric, I'll give you the rundown if you have like a good 2 or 3 hours. I'll go through.
This man's about to go full.
Oh man!
Coming after this part here, I won't do it here.
Yeah.
You know, guys, I have this friend who put tinfoil all over his windows because he thought that the coronavirus was rays being sent out through Wi-Fi signals.
See.
Oh my god!
And I thought, where the fuck did you get that information from?
See, I'm not that crazy, alright? There's certain stuff that stacks up after a while, and you're like...
You see, I'm not crazy.
But...
Oh.
I'm not crazy, but...
Another news...
My father...
another news, Crysis is getting a remastered edition.
Yes,
so I
can't wait.
I cannot wait. If you couldn't run it before, now you definitely can't.
Doesn't matter.
I have never
loved
in my life.
Dude, it's so good.
Yeah. I haven't actually played the original one.
Tie me to a pillar and stone me to death.
So good.
Yeah.
So good.
I'm looking forward to that.
There's honestly, before Crysis came out, or Crysis was announced, not a lot of games I was looking forward to.
Yeah, what was Crysis announced?
Everyone knows video games weren't invented until Crysis was developed.
Yeah,
everyone knows
exactly.
This. Video games did not exist until Crysis was
Nintendo.
Developed.
Nah,
Nintendo.
Atari doesn't exist.
Yeah.
It's all conspiracy, guys.
It is.
That's all. It's Gamergate.
Yeah.
It's all Gamergate's fault, guys. Guys, you're not gonna believe this, but Gamergate just threw my TV out the window.
What? Oh no.
God
These
damn.
white
But
supremacists,
The fucking
racist,
savages.
misogynistic.
that
Piles of
tinfoil
crap. Keep
that tinfoil
invading
story,
my-
Cortez, got me thinking. And I want to have a little PSA. I think a more dangerous virus than the coronavirus is, and I think it's more widespread, is stupidity,
Yes.
especially when it comes to fear.
I don't know if I would say it's more dangerous, but it could be.
Yeah. Actually, what might some news that might be what people consider dangerous. Florida beaches just opened back up. What are your thoughts on
Oh
that?
my gosh, I know. That is one of the dumbest
That is not
decisions
good
I've ever
news.
heard.
That's like the Jaws thing, yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's like we gotta make money, but
Lower my game volume a bit.
even though
Their
there's
profits are more important than your safety, my friends. Remember this.
yep.
Trust me, I work at a grocery store. I've experienced firsthand how brutal the American people can be. And let me tell you, to them, their convenience is more important than the safety and well-being of our store's lovely employees
Yeah,
and
it's
associates.
It's the old, Americans are selfish. That's the thing.
Yeah.
I had a guy call me an asshole
no.
today for literally
Oh, no.
no reason. I was pushing carts up a hill.
Oh man.
Oh
The
no,
dude
I
just
can't
didn't
go
wanna
to the
get-
beach. Let me go.
Our store has these this line system. You have to wait, and you have to go through like a separate entrance now.
hmm
The guy went through the wrong way, and of course, the reader told him that, and he went on a complete tangent about how like we're all assholes and the rules are stupid. And
Oh,
I'm just
man.
here. I'm like, I'm just doing my job, man.
How old was he?
He looked around like late 20s, early 30s.
See, that's the thing.
He looked like the generic. He looked like the most generic douchebag snapback hoodie dude.
He's not the guy who's high risk. His 85-year-old grandmother who's going to go home and see would be the person who would die from coronavirus.
If it wasn't
Yeah.
illegal, I would have coughed on him. But sadly,
Oh, God.
considered
Oh man.
I would have coughed right on him.
Oh my god.
Because this man proceeded to go into the store and have a heated argument with several of the cashiers over how the virus isn't as much of a big deal as the media is making it out to be, which is debatably true depending on how you look at it. However, this man believed that the virus was just as deadly as the flu,
Oh man.
and that it wasn't as
not true.
bad as he thought it was, which made me really want to cough on him.
Oh man.
We're gonna, if he's gonna preach that, we're gonna test his point.
Sovereign.
Yes.
This question is more for you because we live in the same area, but when do you think we'll reach our peak, and do you think we've already reached it?
Well, I mean, honestly, I haven't looked at the. I've not looked at the kind of statistics of like how many people have actually died / contracted
Mhm.
in our area. So I don't necessarily know. I don't think we have met our peak, and I don't know when that would be, honestly.
I've been looking at some predictions and I've been following it. The original, I think, was the 14th or the 20th. That was Charlie Baker's. That was his
Yeah.
prediction, but it's looking like the 28th is when we'll hit our peak, or maybe even earlier. Who knows? But do you think with the warmer weather, we'll get a bit of a reprieve before giving us a bit of time to prepare?
I hope so.
Yeah.
I mean, things aren't looking too good necessarily.
Yeah, and honestly, I don't think the economy can really afford to be closed. I mean, granted, social distancing and quarantining is very important, but
Nobody listens to this,
nobody-
unfortunately.
not
which
only
is
nobody
sad.
listens to it, but I don't think it can afford to be. I don't think we can afford to be in lockdown for much longer. Neither we nor the economy. at
Yeah,
this rate.
that is also a good point.
Yeah,
We really live in a society, guys.
we do.
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
I didn't really think that my first year at working at the grocery store would end with the fucking apocalypse.
I didn't think my freshman year would be cut short.
Mine
You know,
too.
guys,
I mean,
for an apocalyptic scenario that we were in, people are very chill about it as of late.
Honestly, I'm kind of glad this is the apocalypse, that it's not just some nuclear apocalypse or a zombie apocalypse. I'm kind of
Yeah.
glad it's this
Well,
mild.
yeah, because at least now we can kind of watch it. You know, if it was nuclear, we would just be wiped out in seconds.
Yeah.
Look, just let me finish my shitty superhero movie, and then I will peacefully die.
exactly.
Let me finish my movie. That's all I'm gonna say.
I have to say, I mean, I understand. So I understand like the sentiment and all, but something that's really annoying me lately is all the people. Like, I don't know if you have, like, I have friends in high school and college still, right? And they're always like posting on their like Snapchat stories, like shaming other people for going out. Like,
Yeah.
I get that it's wrong and people shouldn't be going out, but are
People
they really
need
gonna
fresh
listen?
air.
Are they really gonna listen to like you posting on your Snapchat story? Like, do you really need to
Exactly.
make a post every single day saying like, I can't believe so and so is going out? Like, lay
Yeah.
off.
Yeah. And that
I don't like it either, but I'm not,
And
getting mad at people.
Yeah, and I think as long as people abide by social distancing requirements, I think it's okay to go out. I mean, I've been going out for walks around our local lake. I've been
Being stuck inside is so boring. I
is.
started going out, like taking like hour or two drives just because it's like
Yeah.
I just drive around, listen to my music because
I wish I could do that.
It's just so
Man, I
boring.
wish I could do that. Too bad I'm at a freaking grocery store, freaking dying every day.
See, that's so funny that like I get, grocery stores because people buy stuff, but like I work at Fuddruckers, right? Fuddruckers is closed, so I
Yeah.
can't go back to work even if I wanted to.
My summer job actually
Mhm.
recently got canned. My job as a summer camp counselor, that got canned.
Yeah.
So I have to find a new line of work somehow. I'm thinking Brightview, that senior living
Oh
center.
yeah.
Um,
My sister worked on that for a little while.
how is it there?
It's good. Of course, you gotta be careful because I mean they're probably not gonna be hiring too many people after
Yeah.
this. You know.
Yeah, I feel that. Yeah. Do you think it's risky if, say, this is sort of an opinion for everyone. I think I already asked Doug this, but do you think it's risky if people do congregate in groups of like 4 or 5?
Yes,
Do I think it's dangerous?
definitely.
Do you think
Yeah,
it's
It's
dangerous?
risky. I
so
would say risky. I wouldn't say dangerous.
that's the thing.
Putting people's lives
bec-
at risk.
Because
Health,
everyone's
not lives.
because everyone's different, right? You can't know where people have gone.
Mhm.
So you could have a nice 6 feet apart party, with 4 of your friends, but say, your 4th friend, Jimmy, went to the grocery market yesterday and didn't wash his hands when he came home, right?
Yeah.
You got to be careful. You don't know where everyone has gone. Like, you can only account for yourself at that point.
Yeah.
That's why with this whole pandemic, I haven't been really paying attention to like the mass news and stuff.
Oh no, they're horrible. I mean,
Right now I've been just kind of focusing more on like a micro scale, almost kind of keeping myself in a bubble.
Yeah.
Just on the precautions that are needed, and I just work with those and just proceed with my normal business.
Mm-hmm.
So the way I see it, it's more about self-preservation over anything else.
Yeah.
I wear gloves at work. I still wear gloves, even though they blatantly say it doesn't help like protect germs,
Mhm.
or it doesn't stop the germs from being contracted. It'll just be on the gloves. I'm not wearing them, to stop germs from getting on customer stuff. I'm wearing them to keep myself safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because no one else is going to step in for me, so I have
Exactly.
to take
Yeah.
take matters.
That's the thing. Like, I love other people, I have friends, I care about other people, but really in this situation, you have to care about you and your immediate family.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Really. I mean,
Yeah.
you can't be worrying about other people. You can't be, going on Snapchat and complaining about other people.
Yeah.
You just need to worry about yourself. That's the thing.
That's why unfortunately I think there's going to be, after this whole pandemic's over, I think there'll be a huge mental health pandemic that will have to get sorted out because so many people are sheltering in place in abusive
Bro,
households,
suicides are going to rack up hard.
suicides,
after this.
divorces. Oh my God, yeah.
Mhm.
Um,
yeah.
Horrible.
I saw this one, right? There was this makeup company or whatever, right? And you would DM them, right? And do an order, this special order, right? And give them your address and phone number, and they'll take your order. Like, it'll be like, ask for like purple makeup brushes or whatever, right?
mhm.
And if you DM that and give them your address, they'll call the police and send them to your address for
Really?
you, in case you didn't want to do that.
Oh, okay.
If you were like in an abusive household or something.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it's...
That went completely out of left field for me.
I mean, hey, I'm perfectly fine at home, but I'm glad if someone has that situation, I mean, I'm glad that they can get help if they can.
Mhm.
Can we just have a special shout out to Chuck E. Cheese?
Charles Entertainment
There's
Cheese.
a rogue Chuck E. Cheese franchise that have gone full vigilante, and instead of shutting down their doors, they decided to basically rebuild their entire business structure to be takeout deliveries. They wrote
Yeah.
graffiti on their wall
Mhm.
to present the menu prices instead of building a whole new thing. They just put up signs and spray painted everything on the wall of the
Yeah.
store's entrance.
That's freaking crazy.
So shout out to those heroes.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Yeah, that is pretty crazy.
Yeah, but I'm thinking, at least for our part of the country, Sovereign, I'm thinking either early or mid-May with some restrictions is when we'll be able to congregate.
Yeah,
I'm
I
thinking
would say that's
movie
fair.
theaters and concerts will probably, and
gosh.
conventions will probably close down for some time, but I think,
AMC,
yeah,
rip.
big
Man,
rip.
I've seen the Sonic the Hedgehog poster on my movie theater wall for way too long now.
Dude, if
It has to
if it
go.
comes down to the Invisible Man, Sonic, and
Birds of Prey.
Bridge on not Bridge on the River Cry. What was it? Portrait of a Lady on Fire. If it comes down to that at the Oscars,
So I have to say, I mean, I may sound like a jerk saying this, but because people worked hard on these movies and they're not really getting paid, but it's really funny to look up the box office ratings for movies that are releasing in these times. They're like earning like $484 worldwide. It's
Yeah.
wicked funny, but I feel so bad for them.
Onward is one of those films that has a really poor IMDb rating.
Did it really? Because they released it on home and I watched it and I thought it was actually very good.
You guys
Yeah.
hear about that? Hear about the movie Cuck? Hear about this?
Yes,
Cuck?
yes, I saw that.
There-
Wasn't it like
it-
$4 it earned at the box office? Like
it
one
made, no, it
person
literally
went to
made
see it.
no money. No one went.
Oh my God,
That's-
it's a real thing.
$0. It was
No,
supposed to
What
be.
is this? Holy crap!
No, you gotta watch the trailer, Eric. It's literally like it's. So
It's
think
what
of
normal
like,
people think 4chan is like.
yeah, it's so bad. It's so funny.
It's what like people who don't know
Hold on.
the internet. What
I'm
they
gonna put it
think,
on
like,
stream right
4chan
now.
and, like the dark web basically do to people.
This is the trailer. I'm gonna react to it. Oh, gamer time!
Are you showing this on stream?
I am.
The greatest threat to our nation is this false sense of diversity.
You know what
That is the
upset
greatest
me?
fallacy
I
of
can't
the
get over
past
this.
century.
I mean, I loved the Oscars this year.
Today was a pretty rough day for
I
me.
thought there were
lost a
some
lot
very
of
good
money,
choices.
lost a
I was
car,
very
and I
happy
lost
that
a job.
Parasite
But everywhere I
won
go,
so
there's
many
a
awards.
leader.
Parasite was
Zippy.
so good.
You're
I've
running the
watched
show.
it recently, finally.
It's got the same color palette as Joker.
Also 1917, but I can't say that because I technically didn't watch that in theaters.
1917 is fantastic. I love that film.
You can't
But I
be
didn't watch
proud
it
to
in
be
theaters,
white
which
and
means,
male
you know, I
anymore.
went to
It's
the
not
old
politically
1, 2, 3
correct.
movies.
I was fortunate to watch it in theaters. It was
I
fantastic.
know, I really wanted to, but of course the coronavirus hit, and I was like, hey, you know, I want to see this movie really bad.
As much as I enjoyed the Oscars, I would still extremely disappointed that my favorite film of the
The
year,
greatest threat to our
Gems,
nation
got
is the fragmentation of our
So
What
good.
is
Also.
going on?
Pretty, isn't it?
So good. Uncut Gems.
I bought it on Blu-ray. That's how much I fucking
Holy
love
crap.
it. So good.
Are you ready to take the red pill?
Originally, Joker was
Or
my
just
favorite
another
movie
cock?
of the year, but that movie came out of left field.
Are you ready to take the red pill, or are you just another cock? Man. Wow.
Worst idea for a movie.
This film
It would
grossed
be good if it was-
$0 at the
if it was a
box
parody,
office.
It would have been amazing.
Wait, what happened?
There's this film called Cuck. That's like a look at like
Cock.
4chan alt-right like
Losers.
it's basically if Joker was made by Reddit, as according to Grez
my
Yes.
commenter.
Yes. No, that is exactly what it is.
that's so bad. I love it. I actually
No
kind of
one
want to see
saw
it.
it. It literally made $0 in the box.
That's kind of like Gotti, that John Travolta film.
Oh,
Oh
my
yeah,
gosh.
it's literally
yes.
like Gotti, except Gotti was slightly funnier.
Yeah.
This is
They-
Which
What was
Travolta movie was better, Gotti or The Fanatic?
Oh man, I think the
Ooh,
Fanatic
that's
was
tough.
funnier.
I actually genuinely like The Fanatic. I like the character of Moose. He reminds me a lot of someone. That's like a character I would write. It just his energy I just fucking love.
Man, dude, yeah. Wow, shit's crazy. So I'll definitely
Anyway,
check out.
Uncut Gems. I can't believe that movie got snubbed at the Oscars.
Oh, dude. Oh man.
Now Adam Sandler is going to make nothing but shitty Netflix movies for the next.
Did
few
we
years.
see that together, Eric?
We did.
Yes,
that
that
was
was-
great.
So
I
good.
saw it in a movie theater along with my friend, and it was the most awkward experience of
Aw.
our lives because we did not know what we were walking into. I just knew Good Time. That was the only Safdie Brothers movie I saw prior. So
I mean,
I have yet
it
to see
was-
Good Time. That's
it
next on
was-
my list.
Really, honestly, it was a little bit awkward.
It was a little bit awkward at points, but it was so good. Oh,
It was
awkward
so
to
good.
watch if your friend isn't that much into in the film.
Yeah.
if they're not. If they're
See-
into like
Oh,
Marvel
we
shit, I don't
talking
think
about
they're
Uncut
gonna
Gems?
enjoy
I think we were both
Yes.
into it, so we had a good
Oh
experience.
no,
I think.
it was great.
Yeah.
I love that movie. I saw that movie on Christmas Eve because I decided I'd rather watch a Safdie Brothers film over spending time with my family.
it. Bro, but that fucking
And I
ending
was
just
gonna- I
hit
was gonna
me like a
pack you.
train.
Oh my gosh,
dude.
Oh.
that ending.
That came
Oh,
out of
my
left
God.
field, dude. That was
That
crazy.
shit was.
I
Yeah.
totally saw it coming, but just the way it's like executed, just the way it like builds up.
Well,
There's
honestly, I thinking back over it and like going over the movie in my head and seeing it a second time, you know, when it hit Netflix, I did see the ending coming. But the way you're right, the way it was kind of filmed and everything, it was so out of left field.
Hmm.
The one thing I loved,
It
and
was so
spoil in case this is recorded and going on the YouTube, spoilers for
Spoilers.
Uncut Gems.
Spoilers.
In the description.
Adam Sandler fucking dies.
Oh
And,
shit.
as well as his
Yeah.
cousin Arno. I don't know the actor's name. I just call him Arno because that's
That
what
was
he's referred to.
crazy. Oh my gosh. So
My
I
God, dude.
love the detail. That whole situation was probably the happiest ending Howard could have gotten. Because let's face
Yeah.
it,
Yeah.
if he were to leave that
Agreed.
and pay off Arno and his goons, he would have probably got himself into a worse situation with that $1 million.
Yeah.
yeah.
I agree. Yeah.
So him getting shot during an emotional high is probably the happiest ending he'll possibly ever get.
Yeah,
And
honestly.
alongside that, Arno, his cousin, who was basically chasing him the whole movie, dies on the most like pathetic of lows ever. He watched his cousin just win basically everything. Like he was at the top of the world, and he was about to get some of the
What?
awards for it. You
Are you
know,
going to bed?
he was gonna get the compensation. He was gonna get his money back, plus some extra
Right,
interest,
down.
possibly. But then
Oh,
his
good.
goon, someone he hires, just fucking shoots him. So now the money's gone, and
What?
now he's just basically
Dude,
left
Ryan.
with nothing,
Yeah.
and he's left shot, dead in this like emotional low. Rewatching it a second time, I just noticed how poetic, oddly poetic the ending is.
Oh
Those-
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, dude. Oh, dude, I watched it in a packed theater too. It was pretty packed, and like everyone was cheering, not like overly, but like you can just feel the energy in the room just go up, right? And in the moment he gets shot, everyone just shuts up, just like,
Yup.
oh my god.
Oh, another.
I was like really excited when he won, then he got shot. I just felt like the whole room just died, man.
What was your reaction to? What was everyone's reaction to the Rise of Skywalker?
I actually still
Ooh.
haven't seen it.
You haven't?
I have
Oh
seen
I
it.
Still
haven't
haven't
man.
seen
seen
it, and
it.
I honestly keep forgetting that I saw it because
And
it's so forgettable.
And I
Yeah.
really don't want to see it again,
Bro,
see it ever because I
it
am.
was a struggle. Man, it was a
I'm
struggle.
hearing all
the
this stuff. One of my favorite YouTubers, and people may give me hate for this, Mauler, did a
Oh.
hour-long review on it. I gotta say, I mean, he's very pretentious, but he makes good points.
His
Um,
Infinity War videos.
I don't know who that
I'll
is.
give him that.
He's the YouTuber who everyone makes fun of because he made like 7 parts on like the
The Last Jedi.
The Last Jedi, I think it was. Yeah, he made like 7 3-hour-long videos on it.
Oh my
God
god.
damn.
That's an exaggeration. I think they were 1 hour each, but that's still
Every
7
more
video.
than the
Does,
movie
it's like an
itself.
hour plus long,
But-
where he just
but-
breaks down every scene.
Yeah, you gotta see. Like, think about that's literally him breaking down every scene, and I have to
So
say
that-
it's 50-50 with him.
Yeah.
My favorite
50%.
video of his is the Infinity War review because he actually gives
Yes.
some praise.
Yeah.
I
An
think
unbridled
it's
praise,
good
I think it
giving
was.
positive traits instead of just ripping on a movie for over an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say, for Rise of Skywalker, I really liked the score. I liked the opening of the film. I liked the fight between Rey and Kylo with the Force thingy, and then I liked
Of course.
the Kylo trying to ram Rey with the TIE fighter, even though it really had no place in the film and probably could have been cut and nothing would have changed. But other than that, the film was just really fastly paced, really rushed, and I really
Can we talk about how Disney completely wrote out the fact that Poe and Finn were supposed to be gay?
yeah.
Were
They gave them
they?
multiple
I think
love
they
interests
were.
for like no reason.
Were they really?
Yeah, in The Force
I thought they
Awakens,
were.
if you rewatch The Force Awakens, you can see some clear tension between the two.
I really
Mm.
liked their
They were
relationship.
setting them
I
up
thought
to
it
be
would be
gay
very
Honestly, I did not notice that at all. I mean, that's
Never
that's
got the
probably
vibe.
that's probably because
What are
I
you, a homophobe?
What are you, homophobic white supremacist?
no, and
We live in a
I'll
society.
tell you, it's because that sort of thing doesn't matter to me.
It doesn't. No,
Like
it doesn't
I
matter,
may
but it's
so
just something.
Mhm.
no, it's
I know.
interesting, but it doesn't matter to me, so I don't look for it in
It
movies.
doesn't
You know,
really
That's
much
cool.
to the
That's cool,
characters.
man.
It's just a detail I think they were just putting in The Force Awakens, but then they completely blindsided Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker.
my gosh.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's almost like
They-
someone else wrote their own script without considering the previous film and just went with their own thing.
All right.
Probably.
This
And
is
which,
a
which
this is
one
a-
is that? Ryan Johnson.
Ryan
or-
Johnson. Now, here's the thing with that film. I appreciate it and like it as a Ryan Johnson film, but as a Star Wars film, I am not a fan of it.
That's the thing. I totally agree with that.
Oh boy, here we go. This is gonna be a fun episode.
I like Ryan Johnson.
Same with
I do
if
like
I,
Ryan
movie
Johnson.
Knives Out.
It's been
was
3 years,
I
guys.
love
Get
Knives
over
Out.
it.
if I could compare it with a video game, so you know Assassin's Creed, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed Black Flag, right? One of my favorite pirate video games to have ever come out, but it's not an Assassin's Creed game. It's a pirate game that is labeled as an Assassin's Creed game.
Oh,
It's the same with that. You know, it's a fine Ryan Johnson movie if you compare it to the rest of his filmography.
it's beautifully
But
shot.
It didn't
Oh yeah, the
feel like a.
cinematography is amazing. It's probably the best shot Star Wars film.
Yeah, technical wise, it's really nice to look at.
It felt more. It felt more like a kind of remastered Empire Strikes Back than a standalone like new Star Wars film. Because
Yeah.
it's like you compare, you know, The Force Awakens to A New Hope. You compare The Last Jedi to The Empire Strikes Back, and
Mhm.
they're almost same plot and like same, you know, ice planet, but this time it's salt planet. Like it's literally.
I guess so, but I think they did enough with The Last Jedi to like I think some of the Force Awakens stuff was blatantly obvious, but I think at least Ryan Johnson made like somewhat of an effort to make it more of a nod as opposed to just blatantly copying it.
I agree. It was a nod, but again, the Star Wars universe is so big, and with, you know, Kathleen Kennedy and Disney taking out the, you know, kind of expanded universe,
Mm-hmm.
there's only so much you can do at that point. Like the universe of Star Wars is so big, I kind of wish they would have moved away from some of that, you know, paying homage to the past films, because you don't really need to. The past films stand great along their own. You should make something new.
I wish
know?
Palpatine was teased in the ending of The Last Jedi as opposed to just kind of being shoved in last minute. That's like my biggest issue with it.
Palpatine shouldn't have been in it at all.
I agree with Doug, because I mean that whole thing.
I loved every
audibly
minute he was on
laughed in the
screen,
theater
but
when
I
I
didn't
saw
feel like
the text crawl say Palpatine was alive.
my
I
gosh.
legit made like a weird hyena laugh. It was so funny.
Like,
I legit could not fucking believe what I was looking at.
yeah.
Like, here's the issue, right? I mean, and I'm not a big fan of the prequels, although I do have to say, after going back and rewatching them, they get a lot of unnecessary hate. I mean, the acting is trash.
The writing is much worse.
The writing is much worse, but I have to say, I personally, because I'm kind of this creative person, I play a lot of Dungeons and Dragons, I like to write stories. I appreciated the effort they put into the kind of world building and the politics side that they did. I really like that stuff, just because that's
the actual plot of the prequels isn't that bad. Like,
no, it's not.
It's just delivered
it's
so
a very
poorly.
Interesting story about a scared child. You know, he grows up with this group of people who try to like show him the right way to, you know, to live life. But he's consumed by, you know, hate and, you know, fear over losing his loved ones to the point where he gets corrupted and
that's why I
ends
like
up
the
becoming the monster he tried to destroy at the very beginning. You know, that in itself isn't a bad idea of the story, but George Lucas, unfortunately, was an old man who didn't feel like getting out of his chairs.
Yeah. He's more of a visionary director as opposed to a story director. He's great at setting up these big worlds, but he's terrible when it comes to writing the characters within them.
That's why I'm like so mad that they took out the expanded universe and was like, that's not canon anymore, because they have had so many good writers write books upon
That's
books.
Why the Clone Wars is so unbelievably good as it is.
Have you guys seen season 7?
From the prequels and just getting better writers.
I've honestly fallen behind. I've watched like 2 episodes.
Dude,
this
the
season.
new episode of
You know,
Clone Wars is
when you-
so good.
when you mentioned
Oh yeah, they're
the
finally in the
writers,
episode 3 stuff now, right?
Yeah, they
I saw the clip of
we're on the Siege of Mandalore now.
Yes.
I saw the clip of Ahsoka and Anakin, their last little.
Yeah, that was
That's
sad.
actually really depressing. I just
Because you know what's gonna
find that just
happen. That's
depressing,
that's
just
great
knowing,
writing.
Like, what's gonna happen?
Yeah, that's the thing too. I mean, it's a given what's going to happen at the end of the season. I mean, even if they don't show it explicitly, just knowing the story of Star Wars, you know where it's going, and
they hit you with it. Like the last scene with Anakin and Ahsoka together. Anakin's getting ready to go save the Chancellor, and he's like, "Yeah, we'll get him back. Don't worry. Capture Grievous, and everything will be okay."
Oh boy.
What could possibly go wrong?
I mean, that is like, that's great writing. I mean, talk about, besides Darth Vader and besides like other villain, Palpatine does not get enough credit. I mean, of course he was written pretty badly in the prequels, but when you think of like the fact that he was playing both sides to the point where no one knew, he was able to hide his evil dark side to the point where some of the greatest Jedis in existence weren't able to sense it. I mean, he will go down as one of the greatest, like, kind of puppet masters in literary and film history, I think.
I honestly think he's the best.
And he does not get enough credit.
Legit.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah, it's cool that he's able to do that. I just wish the execution of him doing it in the films would be better.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because the concept is nice, but the execution is poor. Unfortunately.
Join me in the dark side, Sovereign.
I like the acting though. I forgot the actor's name, but he's really good at campy acting.
I have to say, I think Star Wars, on its own, besides the original trilogy, 4, 5, and 6, I think, or A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, or is that 4, 5, 6, right? I think you need to watch all 3 of them together. But each Star Wars film is very good on its own.
Yeah. Honestly, you know what? You could probably get away with skipping 1 and 2 and just watch the Clone Wars and Revenge of the Sith. Unless you want more questions answered.
Yeah, again,
bro, watching the Clone Wars and going into episode 3 is like the most depressing shit ever.
Oh, it's
man.
The Clone Wars, it's kind of like, there are some dark.
You
moments,
haven't?
but it's ultimately like, it's happy-go-lucky. We're having these fun adventures. We have like.
It is. Are you talking about you haven't seen season 7, or you haven't seen the whole thing?
I haven't seen the whole thing at all.
Dude.
Oh, dude.
Bruh.
You gotta see it.
The 2D version's also amazing.
Oh yes, that one.
I haven't seen those either.
I think
disgusting. Get out.
I once
get the fuck out of here.
I saw someone.
I'm too busy analyzing Batoka Magic. I don't need this shit in my life.
I have seen people have like hot takes on Twitter, and they're like, they should have made the. What do you think about this? Right? 'Cause they say that you should make the Clone Wars that we're watching now, season 7, the 3D one, in the 2D art style.
I don't know.
It depends on your preferences. Me personally, I do prefer 2D animation over 3D.
I like 2D, but I think the Clone Wars works in its 3D format. Personally,
I think at this point the CGI has gotten good enough that I can tolerate the 3D.
Yeah, I think
season 1 looks really kind of shit. They all look like weird Pinocchio action figures.
Yeah, I think season 2,
their lighting and textures are a lot better.
Yeah, I think season 2, 3 onward is probably where the animation gets really good, especially like season 5. I think season 5, if it weren't,
it looks like a freaking movie.
Yeah, legit.
Oh yes. That series. You talk about like getting better with age. Really, you go back, and even though things kind of look. I mean, maybe not like season 1 and 2, but like season 3, 4, 5, and up. It's really good, and it holds up well. I mean,
yeah. Honestly.
I'll watch it. I just got done finishing Steven Universe. Just give me some time to recover.
Ooh.
Is that good? I mean, I've never watched it. I've only heard very bad things about it.
I personally loved it. I thought it's a really good and thought-provoking show. I just love how it gets the shonen trope where the main character goes through all this trauma and they're completely fine, but it's not okay.
Yo, Young Justice did that perfectly.
There's the whole joke within the Steven Universe fandom is that there's people starting petition to try to get a fictional character its therapeutic help. That's how bad it gets.
Oh wow!
Wow!
I've seen the movie. I thought the movie was okay.
It was dope. I really enjoyed it.
I'm not a big musical guy, but I like some of the tracks in that. Hip hop. There were some.
Yeah,
that shit slaps, bro. That shit fucking slaps. But yeah, if you're interested in things like mental health and you want to see characters actually go through some shit, then yeah, Steven Universe is really good. I do have to admit though, it does pushes their agenda a little too hard. I think the show could use a little more subtlety.
I think the idea of having neo-Nazi tyrants.
That's where the controversy comes. I just chucked it up. I just chucked those plot points out. It's a cartoon. Fuck it. It's not even about them.
I guess
that's
so.
how I just chucked it up because that's a legit criticism.
Dude, but it's
a.
Oh, sorry, Sovereign.
You got a point there, Cortez. I mean, I am not one to hate on movies.
Yeah.
But if you're or TV shows for that reason, I mean, I honestly couldn't care less if the main character of a movie was gay or whatever. I honestly don't care. I'll watch it either way. But if you push it like to a point where like every episode is about something, and like
if that becomes the main focus,
it's like
for this show it doesn't do that.
Like, are you really are you doing more good than harm? I don't know. That's the question you gotta ask.
I guess it depends who you ask. See, for me personally, I am not bothered by that kind of stuff. So if the show were to really push it, because I know I'm saying that it pushes it, but in my personal opinion, I don't think it really pushes an agenda at all.
Yeah.
Well, and I mean, I respect you for that, and I know Rebecca Sugar, I think that's the woman, right? I know she's not like that big in. The thing that really bothers me is when like Hollywood and celebrities do it, because it's like
that's different.
Listen,
they sound really pretentious and they don't know
exactly. Dude, you're telling me that Tom Hanks, who like lives in $1 million mansion and travels to Greece every weekend, you're telling me he knows about my life where he needs to look down on me and tell me what to do?
This fucking boomer
I don't know.
totally understands.
I look at that stuff as sort of just like it's like their opinion. It's like I used to think that kind of stuff was like downplaying, but I mean, I think celebrities are entitled to their opinion as much as we are, and the more we humanize them,
they are. They totally
the more we humanize them, I think,
but
because
it's still. Go on. We keep cutting you off.
Because I feel like celebrities are really like affected by the amount of fame they have. I'm actually doing a research paper on this.
They do. You know what's a great example of that? BoJack Horseman. Show that actually
that's a good show.
That culture.
I need to catch up on my TV shows, man. I haven't watched them.
But anyway, we'll talk about BoJack later.
Okay, so basically, I feel like a lot of celebrities are just so affected by fame, and like we put them on such an impossible pedestal. And granted, some of what celebrities say is like, it's like wish-wash. I don't know how to really say it, but like a lot of it is just absolutely crazy. Like, Who's the celebrity who said like 5G was? It was Woody Harrelson, I think, who
There
was
was a
like.
celebrity that said that?
By the
damn.
way, have you seen? If you want to see crazy, right? Gwyneth Paltrow's new Netflix show.
God.
Oh my gosh!
It is Woody
You wanna
Harrelson. Oh my
see
god.
crazy?
I love her goop. I have her goop
But,
all over my face.
Oh my god, that's right.
My god. But
She
basically,
is. She's someone who's like.
Okay, that
She reminds me of
really
Jared Leto.
pushing it because you don't have to be a celebrity to push that
Ooh,
shit.
have you guys
It's just-
heard about that with Jared Leto? What he did during this whole pandemic?
he
What did
started
he
like a
do?
cult, like a Midsummer-esque cult, right?
Yeah.
Oh
Well, no,
no!
here's the thing. When the whole pandemic started, he went on like some weird spiritual like journey thing in the desert. He had none of
Oh.
his like tech with him, like no laptops or
He's
phones.
fucking
He
insane,
left
dude.
for like 2 weeks and came back in the middle of like the peak of the pandemic. He just went into the desert and walked back into the end of the world. That is such a fucking Chad move right there.
Bruh.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
How
Gave me
interesting.
a good laugh.
I mean, I
Isn't that what Jesus did?
I do respect your guys' opinions, you know, and
Mhm.
everything. I don't know if I respect Hollywood or celebrities' opinions. The thing is that you're right. Whoever said that they're put on a pedestal,
I did,
and,
yeah.
yeah, you're exactly right, and that is why they shouldn't push their opinions, because people respect them to the point where, you know, if
I'm not sure if respect's the word I'd use.
idolize,
More like
idolize,
idolize.
idolize. That's the right word.
They have
They
this, like,
idolize them
that
so much that
because
they will
celebrities,
listen.
they
They'll
sorry.
listen to what the they'll listen to what the celebrity says.
I
I
think
mean,
Woody Harrelson's a good example of that. I mean, look how crazy people are because they think 5G causes the coronavirus.
there are people
my God.
burning down cell towers in the UK because of that. I mean,
Yeah, I heard.
you talk
Celebrity
about
celebrities know everything.
exactly.
Yeah.
The minute
Well,
I stopped believing that celebrities knew everything and I should like not listen to them was the day, you know, I felt free. I mean, I know that sounds kind of
so
stupid,
fucking
but it's
red pill
like,
No, it's okay.
You
shouldn't
think-
feel ashamed. There's still people going through that.
Are you gonna get red pilled or are you gonna stay a cuck, guys?
maybe.
Guys.
You never
Cuck.
know.
Guys,
2019.
Just try to follow the scientific approach, man.
Fun
It's the
fact:
closest
this
thing we'll ever
movie is
get to the
actually the movie Cuck is actually just this podcast. How
Yeah.
would you know?
It's we're all being led by Tom Cruise to our deaths. Scientology will
Oh my
save
god.
us all.
truth. But I totally understand. I think it's a great idea to try to humanize celebrities, especially because they go through a lot of shit.
What
Yeah.
genuinely,
Oh
what
my God.
genuinely scares me is like companies and local government surveillance. I think that stuff. I mean, it already happens with like convenience stores and stuff, but
I
with
gotta tell you, Eric. I mean, you have the right sentiment. You know, you hate local and state government
no.
surveillance.
I don't think that's bad, but like I don't know how to really say it, but like to the level of where China is at, like that kind of surveillance is what scares me.
I have to warn you. I mean, we're
We're gonna head
far
there.
from that. We're far from that, but we are going towards that.
Yeah, that's what's scary.
That is, yeah, no. We're
That's
No
why
boy.
we bring NordVPN.
No boss.
our sponsor for today's podcast episode. Thank you, Cortez. Nice segue. Yes, NordVPN. Use code Sovereign to get 50. No, I'm not committing to this bit. I'm gonna get like
Now,
we're gonna get angry.
Now, while these clowns are done playing around, I want to get to our real sponsor, Raid
Yeah,
Shadow Legends,
Oh my
the
God.
dark fantasy RPG that the whole family will enjoy.
We should really set up a business email so we could start getting those sponsors.
Oh
just
my
in
lord.
case.
Bro,
Um,
I have you heard like the requirements that Raid Shadow
Oh, it's
Legends like demands
crazy.
from you?
It's
whenever you get
crazy.
Like they ask you to do like a 45 to 90-second clip. It has to be wholly original with your own jokes, but it has to have a list of like 20 plus requirements.
So funny.
Wow, that's kind of
And they
insane.
have to tell, like they've been having to tell like YouTubers like just don't copy and paste the same one in every video. But I people have like leaked emails like revealing how much they're offered. Bro, they're offered like $7,000 to $10,000 for each sponsor. That's fucking insane, dude.
That is insane.
Fucking good.
I still think Internet Historians reads Shadow Legend ad was the best one.
And I gotta say,
To
you know,
be fair, guys, the competition ain't that fierce.
oh no, exactly. You know why?
What other hit
What?
dark fantasy RPG have you seen recently? The only one I've seen is
Um,
Raid Shadow Legends. Download now. Please use code WILD to get a free mage skin right now. Download it in the link in the
Doug has a stroke.
I mean, I've been, you know what is a better game than Raid Shadow Legends that you can play on your computer? Path of
Clash of
Exile. It's a free kind of Diablo type game. It's totally free. I mean, there's microtransactions, but it's only for cosmetics. So if you want to look cool, yeah, you can like, you know, give them money, but if you don't, you won't like be at a disadvantage from other players.
Big
Um,
cum.
It is a very
How
good
much-
game.
How much did they pay you to say that?
Oh, trust me, I'm getting no money for it. It's actually just a really good game. I've been playing it for a couple years now.
Ah,
Yeah.
a man of culture, I see. Fuck, how do we jump from Steven Universe to government surveillance?
I don't know.
Shadow Legends.
Celebrities, that's why.
I guess
Oh
so.
yeah, that's right.
Where were we?
Try-
I guess
trying
we
to-
could talk about shit. Oh, have any of you played Doom Eternal or Animal Crossing
No,
New Horizons?
But I have watched
Yeah.
your streams.
I was
Dude,
gonna get it at
it's
GameStop.
so good.
I've been enjoying the memes though. The Animal Crossing memes have been pretty spicy lately.
Dude, Doom Eternal is like single-handedly one of the best FPS shooters I've ever played.
God damn,
It's
is
so
that
good. Yeah, it's really good. It's not for everyone though. I will say that there's a lot of resource management that takes into account of it, and once you get used to it
Wow.
and learn the Doom dance, I think it's it like beats the pants off of most shooters nowadays.
Well, that's. I
Oh,
mean,
I
that's.
played the last one. The last one is really good. 2016.
Last of Us 2 indefinitely delayed.
I didn't even play the first one.
I haven't played it
I
either.
love.
I've heard not very good things about that one.
Here, let's talk about
Hey,
something
you
really
guys-
important.
You guys
GTA
haven't played
6,
The Last
guys.
of Us?
GTA 6,
What?
all right? Rockstar has announced that their next game is going to be Grand Theft Auto 6 and that it is in early
they've-
development.
They've been saying that for years, though. I'm not
No,
even
they
sure
just
if it's
announced
true.
it. Rockstar has officially announced.
Have they?
Did they really?
Yeah.
Let's see.
So expect a whole new wave of shitty clickbait YouTubers.
Oh
claiming
no,
They have an
Oh my
early copy
God.
of GTA 6.
guys! This is GTA 6. Now with mods on GTA 5, this might be what GTA 6 looks like.
God,
Oh my
I
god.
hate it, guys. I still can't believe what's his name, Mr. Boss for the win. He's still on. He's still doing, chugging along, doing his thing. I mean, I'm happy the other guys are gone. Thank Christ, but
Listen, maybe let's not badmouth bigger YouTubers than us, even though, I mean, what's the chance they're gonna find this podcast? But we don't want a bunch of angry 13-year-olds raging our comment section in our subreddit and our Discord server.
Dude, at most, we'll probably get 5 comments on the video.
We'll probably
if we're
get
lucky.
5 views. This channel is dead, bro.
If we
died
start,
It was even life, man.
listen, we've spouted a few conspiracy theories on this.
Crowded a bunch of red pill conspiracy
Yeah.
theories.
Oh my god, it's been
I mean,
Right shills.
You never know. I mean, you never know who.
We are basically worse than ISIS, my friend. We are the new wave.
Currently, yes.
What did go that far?
We are.
This film has been
Yeah.
sponsored by the
We are
production
not-
team of Cuck. Watch
not
the
meant for
movie.
us.
Available on Netflix now.
I will watch that movie.
Oh,
I will
man.
attempt to enjoy it.
You know,
Yeah.
Eric, I think we found a movie that is probably worse than the last movie you reviewed.
Oh, man.
The 101 Koopa Christmas
Oh,
special.
no.
Bro,
Bringing
favorite
that
movie.
back,
Oh,
Eric.
God, no.
Christmas
I can
movie?
never
That
bring
movie's
that back.
beautiful.
That last
Oh.
review is the last one. Oh, my God.
It was fun while it lasted,
It
but
was, but a certain mutual friend of ours is in that, and it taints my
oh
viewing
god,
of it.
oh that's right. That's right. I forgot.
It taints
he
my
was in
viewing
there.
every time. Oh man.
I recently went back and watched the bloopers, I think it was, to that one. And he
Yeah,
was everywhere, and I was like, oh my god.
yeah.
Luckily, he has not like responded back to me at all. Sometimes I know this is kind of, shitty. Sometimes when he's playing War Thunder, I'll like ask my friend if he wants to play War Thunder with me, so that he'll see my name pop up. Like,
Mhm.
the RTS god is playing War Thunder, and like just to see if he'll message me. But it looks like he's given up at this point. So
Yeah. I don't normally like to do that, but he really is a big jerk of a kid. I'm not going to badmouth him on stream. Let's just move on.
no.
Next topic. Let's keep the
You know,
first
guys,
out of here.
Yeah.
All right, we are.
let's see.
We're not going to
All right,
talk
guys,
about
what
personal
have
drama. We're
you
going to talk
guys
about
done
big
today?
red pill conspiracy.
Worked on a paper, watched Coco.
Working on a script for my class.
Oops.
It's called The Wounds. It's for my
Oh.
screenwriting class. So basically, actually, I think I have a little synopsis on my Blackboard. Let's see. Okay. It's still very much a work in progress, but hopefully I can make it during my college career. So basically, Brad Wheaton, former superhero and crime fighter Claw, has all but given up on life after his partner and friend Spectre was murdered on a mission. While making his way to her grave, her visit memories from the past and an encounter in the present soon remind him of why he became a crime fighter in the first place. So kind of Watchmen, kind of Dark Knight Returns vibes as what I'm going for.
I like that.
She's the new villain.
Not quite.
Oh,
Speaking of...
she's still alive.
Nope, no twists. She's dead.
Oh, I guess those Marvel movies really did.
Yeah.
Hold
It's
Alright,
well
boys.
contained, I think. It's a very grounded story. That's what I kind of want to go for.
Well, I cannot wait to read it nonetheless.
Yeah, I'll send it to you. I think I actually have it done, or at least a draft done.
I don't want to scramble teams. What the hell?
Okay, Nick.
Like, our team is winning. I don't want to scramble teams so I can get put on the blue team.
Man.
Alright, boys, you guys are not gonna believe this. I was helping my friend shoot an interview for Vox.
What's that?
You know Vox News? Vox
Fox
News, I believe. Not Fox. Vox.
Fox? Oh,
Oh.
Yeah.
cool.
The
That's
topic.
even worse.
Yeah. The topic
Yeah.
was about waifuism.
Oh, no.
Oh
Oh
God.
no! Good
Was-
job, George.
Did your friend happen to be the star? Was he interviewed for the show?
Oh
Yeah,
my
I shot
God.
him.
No
Shot him.
way. That's unreal. That's what.
Actually, guys, I know it sounds crazy, guys, but it's actually pretty fascinating. The
Oh my
waifuism.
God.
Like it's actually been really beneficial for my friend's health, and he's actually improved as a person. Like,
Wait,
I understand.
For him.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
He's
guess
be-
good for
Wait.
him.
He's become more social.
Really?
He's able to, like, believe it or not, guys, waifuism is not an obsession.
Holy
An
crap.
ascension is supposed to hinder one lifestyle, but it's actually enhanced it.
He's thinking on a
That
different
is-
plane.
That is
No.
very interesting.
So,
Yeah, I know, right?
viewers of the iconic Rejects podcast will remember from an earlier episode. I promised
our earlier 2 episodes
our
that we
earlier 2 episodes from a year ago that I would make a sequel to my highly well-known short film that everyone totally knows about, Minion Man. I'm gonna make a sequel to it.
Yes.
We are
Of
now in
course.
2020, and there is no sequel to be found. That is because I got lazy.
Hey.
Oh, you mean
Right now,
Illumination didn't copyright your video?
they did not give me a cease and desist yet.
Wow.
I am working on some new ideas for Minion Man to make his triumphant return. And in one of these videos, I would like him to take on an enemy known as the Serial Coomer.
Oh my god,
And
I
what this
heard
guy
about
does,
this.
he goes to people's houses. He basically invades their property, and he will go in there, watch some hentai, and coom over every object, every valuable object.
Oh
No.
man.
No.
Where they're worth, and then he leaves the house. Minion Man must take on this dastardly foe.
Honestly, I cannot wait to see that.
That is
I
one of
cannot wait to
many
see
retarded ideas.
you cover your house in an unidentified liquid just for the joy of making a YouTube short film.
The Serial Coomer strikes again.
Man. This is
But yeah,
crazy.
guys, why? But yeah,
I'm
guys,
gonna
Black
put
Wizard.
I'm gonna put a minion figure in a mason jar just for you.
Oh,
If you know what I mean.
Oh shit! Oh fuck! Oh god!
Oh my
This
God.
is
how-
you.
This is
I
for
wonder
you.
how its blood would look like.
Do like an Incredibles one where like there's like it's a crazed fan of Minion Man and he becomes the serial coomer.
Oh no!
He's obsessed with him, so he puts a minion figurine in a jar.
That's like his Joker. That's like the Joker to him. He like
Yes, exactly.
they have the back and forth.
Yeah.
That'd be an interesting idea.
Speaking of ideas, me and Doug were discussing them. Do you guys have any ideas for videos that you have planned, or any ideas for like scripts that you've been working on while in quarantine?
For me personally, I was just gonna cover songs. There's not much I can do.
I feel that.
Yeah, honestly, I've been swamped with schoolwork and working on a couple D&D campaigns, so
Mhm.
I haven't really been working on script writing.
Mm.
We should get a Rejects D&D game going. Have you any of you ever played?
I have never played, but I actually kind of want to
I
get into
played
it.
D&D once when I was in high school. I was a pirate named Engine.
There's a
and
whole
I ended
section of my friend
getting-
group in college who is really into D&D.
I'm telling you, Eric. I mean, I don't know about you, but like, I learned from my dad at the age of like 9, and I haven't stopped playing since. It is, I wouldn't call it an addiction, but
Is it hard to get into, or is it pretty easy?
so 5th edition, which is the edition they're on right now, which came out back in, I forget when it came out, but about like every 6 or 7 years they come out with a new edition. Kind of basic, same game, but add some new rules, etch out some like rules and improvements that they can add to the game. 5th edition is extremely streamlined and very easy to learn. I mean, I can sit on a call and it probably explain the character creation process and how to get into it in about an hour or two.
Yeah, I don't mean to be that guy, but that snoring was not coming from me. If you guys can hear that, that's coming from my brother. He was passed out. I wasn't bored by what you were saying at all. That was not me. I just
No,
wanted to clear that up. That's just great.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I didn't even hear the snoring.
Oh man.
Gosh.
Such timing, guys. Such good timing.
Yeah.
I've missed this, honestly.
Yeah. We gotta get Little
It is-
Laddie back in the calls and whatnot. I
tried
wonder what
talking
he's
to him
playing.
last few days ago, and he had a hard time with his mic.
Oh, that
Yeah.
sucks.
Yeah.
I saw the aftermath of that in the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, do you guys want to see pictures of the set for the interview?
Send them in the chat. Why not?
Yeah.
Here.
If you fans of the Rejects podcast, Wee Little Laddie appeared in episode 2, first half. Sadly, he left after co-host Doug Wild started having an autistic fit and slamming his counter over and over again.
As that happens.
Who else was in that podcast? I forget.
I was not in the second one. I was in the first
Killer
one, and I
Bottoms was
edited
in
the.
it.
Oh my gosh, that's
That-
right.
That's
I
sick.
edited the second one. I remember cutting that one together.
Yeah, I recorded it mostly, and I
think
sent you.
I think we had a couple of failed episodes, but
Oh yeah,
I
we had
think so.
one where like the recording got screwed up.
yeah. Fortunately,
So is this like-
this should be an MP4, so it should be a pretty easy send over. I'll just share it with you in Google Drive
If
once it's
anything,
over.
just post it. Just post this raw.
Yeah. It
Yeah,
doesn't
you
really require
could.
any editing.
I don't feel like editing this.
Yeah, I feel that.
Let's
But
just make this like a routine thing now. We just post Discord chats.
We should. I mean,
yeah, that'd be sick.
not really podcasts, and I don't know if anyone wants to, hear us ramble on about stuff. But hey, who knows?
Yeah.
We'll get better at it.
Well,
We should
anyway,
keep doing it.
I think this is a
Yeah,
good segue to end the stream because we're already almost at 3 hours with the live recording
Wow.
and an hour and 6 minutes with the actual recording.
Ooh.
All right.
Oh.
So we
But
should probably cut
before
off
you
here.
do, there's the pictures right there. I sent them in the general chat.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me get to this scene. So this is what Cortez was talking about. This stuff. So actually, those are some nice-ass cameras. Well, anyway, from all of us here at the Rejects Podcast, thank you so much for watching. And for those of you who tuned into my stream for the entire 3 hours, I applaud you. You are very awesome. Subscribe to Doug Wild, subscribe to Cortez, and I guess...
I do not have a YouTube channel.
Just wish
luck.
wish
luck-
Sovereign luck on his next D&D campaign.
Yes.
Yes.
And don't forget to use the promo code for Raid Shadow Legends. And this video is also sponsored by Incognito Mode, which is helpful for when you're looking up naughty little sites.
I can't wait to see you guys next year.
nobody
Oh
else
my
can-
god, it's gonna be so much fun.
Yeah,
Can't
dude.
wait to see-
Nobody else can see them, but Google can.
Oh man. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. And yeah, we'll all see you in the next one. See you later, guys.
Adios.